what it really comes down to is that Mike Tomlin is more than likely not going to be coaching in the 2026 season. Now, if he were, the theory about, is this somebody that the Raiders would want to get? The first thing that I have to point out is that Mike Tomlin, while being a really good coach, and, he's never had a losing season in 19 years, part of why he's parting ways with the Steelers is that over the last 9 years, they've been to 7 playoff games where they were one and done. You know what I'm saying? They've struggled ever since Ben Roethlisberger actually just kind of, he started getting, what's the word I'm looking for? He started just not being as good, right? He started not being as good, and then all of a sudden, what ends up happening is the Steelers are still winning games, but they're not competing for a Super Bowl anymore. And they've struggled to land a legitimate quarterback, man. They had Mason Rudolph. They had Kenny Pickett, who they drafted in the first round, and they only kept him for 3 years. Didn't even let him finish his rookie contract. They ended up with Russell Wilson. They ended up with Justin Fields. They ended up with Aaron Rodgers, and it just has not worked out great. So the fact that Mike Tomlin has struggled when it comes to the quarterback position, there's two sides of this coin. One of those is how Golfstinger is saying, Mendoza, right? We are looking at probably going to be drafting Fernando Mendoza. And is he the proper coach to come in here and really develop a rookie quarterback that's drafted number 1 overall? And there's hit and miss on that, right? Because part of the speculation is, well, he's had all these winning seasons and they have not been able to establish a quarterback of the future for them. So when it comes to that, if you put him in a situation where he has a good quarterback, is he going to do even better? Or is it going to be a situation where he just kind of doesn't know how to help develop a young quarterback? Now, part of that would be, and this is all theoretical, because honestly, I don't think that this is an option for us. But what it would come down to is, who would he land as an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator for the Raiders? And if it came down to getting Mike Tomlin, I'm not, like, if the news broke and it said the Las Vegas Raiders have hired head coach Mike Tomlin, I'm going to be pumped. I'm going to be super excited. He's not my number 1 choice. I would be super excited.